Hello everyone, and welcome to my June TBR. I can't believe it's already June. This year is going so fast, and yet really slow at the same time. Anyway, I'm just going to do a quick recap of last month's spins. I don't know why I hesitated on that. Yeah, of last month's spins. I'm just going to do a quick wrap of how that went, and then we'll get into the new ones. Unfortunately, I didn't have the best luck with the specific books for this game. The first one I had was Snowdrifts, which is a book with a winter setting. For that, I read Wild. Now, I didn't rate that one. Not because I didn't like it, but because I don't rate nonfiction. It doesn't seem fair. A Pirate's Life, a book with pirates. For that, I was to read Trust the Emerald Sea, but I DNF'd it because it wasn't for me. I feel like I would have liked it better as a movie, but I couldn't really get into it as a book. The next one was Awake, a book with eyes on the cover. For that, I picked up The Housemaid's Secret, which I gave 3 stars. The Black Fairy, a book with black font on the cover. For that, I did The Ending Writes Itself, which I'm giving a 3. It started off promising, but then the end ended up both disappointing and confusing. So yeah, a 3. Broken Kingdom, a book with something connected to royalty on the cover. For that, I picked up Prophecy by S.J. Paris, which was another DNF. Wish You Were Here, a book with vehicle or transport on the cover. For that, I picked up Part of Your World from the Twisted Tale series, which I gave a 3.75. It was good, but it didn't need to be 500 pages. That made it feel like it really dragged. Then I did Bleeding Through, which is a signed book. For that, I picked up Signs of Damage, which was another DNF. And the last one that I picked up, was The Garden of Forking Paths, which is a book with a road/path on the cover. For that, I picked up Gracie Jenkins Runs a Marathon, which I gave a 4. Alright, with that wrap up out of the way, let's get to spin number 1. And my first spin for June was The Final Battle Part 2, which is a poll pick. So I put a poll up on Discord with 4 options for my friends to vote for. It was Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, The Isle of the Silver Sea, then it was Love from A to Z, and Hannibal. Or was it? I can't remember the 4, but it will be on the screen. And it was 2 books that I had to read anyway, and 2 books that I didn't. The one that was picked was Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson, which I'm grateful for because this is my book for my In Real Life book club in June. So it's on the TBR, so at least now I'll definitely be reading it. This one has been floating around quite a bit on BookTube, and I'm a bit late to the game, but like I said, at least now I have an excuse to read it. I mean, I was going to be reading it anyway, but it's nice that I can put it onto this TBR and not have it be an extra. There are plenty of killers in my family, but only one murderer. I was dreading the Cunningham family reunion even before the first murder. Before the storm stranded us at the mountain resort, snow and bodies piling up. The thing is, us Cunninghams don't really get along. We've only got one thing in common. We've all killed someone. My brother, my stepsister, my wife, my father, my mother, my sister-in-law, my uncle, my stepfather, my aunt, even me. When they find the first body in the snow, it's clear that only a Cunningham could have committed the crime, and it's up to me to prove it. Yeah, this book just sounds fun, and it seems like the kind of thing I would like. See, for me with, murder mysteries, if it's done well, then I enjoy them. Yeah, so it has to be done well for me to enjoy it. But it's on the TBR, And let's go to spin number 2. So spin number 2 got me The Bear and the Bow, which is a brown cover. For that, I'm picking up The Isle in the Silver Sea by Tasha Suri. This is, like, it's silver on the side, but this front looks close, has, like, nature in the back, so it's close enough to brown. The hands on it are brown, so I'm counting this as a brown cover. This is another one that I have to read because a book fiend named Mel, for her Book Fiends book club, this is the book that we're picking up. And I wanted to include it on here because it is quite chunky. And I didn't want it to have to be an extra if I could fit it on. Yeah, it finishes at page 484. So yeah, the fact that I can include this in the TBR is good. So yeah, this is like a retelling of medieval. It's a sapphic medieval folklore story, and it's in like a alternate version of England. But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be fun, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. But like I said, I wanted an excuse to get it on here because it is quite large. Alright, let's move on to spin number 3. Spin number 3 got me to Poor Unfortunate Soul, which is a book I got secondhand or got for free. For this, I'm picking up Living Dead in Dallas by Charlaine Harris, which is the second book in the True Blood series. I think I watched the first couple of episodes of True Blood and then I stopped. Not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I just didn't have time to watch. Yeah, so this is about Sookie Stackhouse. And she is quickly learning about vampires and the world around. And it's also a mystery at the same time. And yeah, so this is what I'm picking up for that. Let's move on to spin number 4. And spin number 4 got me to Dark Waters, which is a book with a dark word in the title. For that, I'm picking up The Long Night by Christian White. Night is definitely dark. I have read Christian White before. I've read him twice. One book I gave a 5-star, and then one book I gave a 3-star. So yeah, this will be the decider of whether I enjoy his writing or not, and whether he sits on as one of my favorite authors. Yeah, this one is about 2 girls have been. Well, okay, one girl's been kidnapped, and this other girl is dragged into it after her daughter is kidnapped. And it's about them it's about them trying to survive through the night, and they have to survive until daybreak and escape. So yeah, let's move on to spin number 5. For this one, I got Think Lovely Thoughts, which is a 5-star prediction. For this one, I'm picking up Twisted by Steve Kavanagh. I have given Steve Kavanagh nearly every book I've read by him has either been a 5-star or a 4-star. So I'm curious what this one will be. The ones that I've read are part of the Eddie Flynn series. This one is a standalone, so not connected to the Edith Flynn series that I've already been reading. Yeah, this one is about this. The back purely just says, before you read this book, I want you to know 3 things. The police are looking to charge me with murder. No one knows who I am or how I did it. If you think you've found me, I'm coming for you next. After you've read this book, you'll know the truth is far more twisted. So yeah, doesn't really tell me much about it, but I like that. I like not having too, like, the blurb giving me a little bit of information, but not going too in-depth into it. But yeah, like I said, I have given Steve Kavanagh mostly 5 stars and 1 4-star. So this, like Christian White, this will also be the decider of whether he is a favourite author. Birdie, stop eating. Birdie, stop eating my bag. Come here. Stop eating my bag. You know what? I'm gonna leave her be. All right, let's move on to the last spin. For this one, I got Smashed Mirror Part 1, which is a book with a shadow on the cover. For this one, I'm picking up Hour of the Pumpkin Queen by Shea Earnshaw. This one is a Nightmare Before Christmas retelling, and it's the second book. This is the first one in the series. I'm buddy reading this one and the second one with a friend, and I couldn't quite remember if this was the first one or the second one. But yeah, no, this is the first one, and this is the after they get this takes place after the story of The Nightmare Before Christmas and Jack and Sally's wedding. So yeah, that was it for my June TBR. I am taking part in a couple of readathons this month. The main one is the Amazing Readathon, hosted by Bree at 4 Paws in a Book. And I've picked these books because they both fit my wheel spins for the month, and also they fit the Amazing Readathon prompts without me having to add on any books. So yeah, aside from The Isle of the Silver Sea, which I won't be reading for the Amazing Readathon because I won't get it, because there's no way I'll get it finished in time. The rest of these are all for the Amazing Readathon. And I'm also taking part in Camp Seasonathon, which is hosted by Completely Melanie, and the Tarot Readathon, which is hosted by Deja's Book World. And for that, I am on Team Cups, which is hosted by Gavin Reads It All, and another person who I can't remember, but I will link all of that down below, and I will see you guys in whatever I put up next. Bye!